Do we want to have another weird conversation about inappropriate things before we start recording? No?
No, let's not. Let's not ever do that again.
Never? You didn't like it
Never.
last time?
Nope. Please.
Hello and
I'm
welcome.
I'm serious.
Oh God, he's serious. Hello and welcome to the Irresponsible Comic Book Podcast. My name is Evan. I'm the producer here with the resident expert Dylan and Wildcard William.
Hello.
How are we feeling, boys?
Pretty good. Yeah.
How are you feeling, boys? Let us know in the comments.
Why is it, well, hold on. Why is it gotta be boys? Why can't it be girls?
Boys is gender neutral.
If it's with an I, it's gender neutral.
Yeah, it's BOIS.
It better be, otherwise we're gonna get canceled again.
Boys! You guys know what I'm talking about? Ludwig.
No.
Ludwig does that all the time.
Who?
Ludwig?
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 Yeah, he literally...
Von Beethoven?
That's just like, no, the streamer guy. The guy who did the Christmas album.
Oh, you mean QT's,
QT Cinderella's...
Butler. Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm gonna start laughing like them. I watch them too much. Anyways, we're here to talk to you about the latest and greatest comic book news like we do every single week. So if you like comic books, follow and subscribe to this YouTube channel or whatever.
Well, it's more like, comment, subscribe. Or subscribe, comment, like.
Or
just watch us.
Or just watch us, yeah. Just put us on in the background. Everything helps. All of it helps. Mm-hmm. But anyways, we're here to talk about some major comic book news.
What?
Actually really like big stuff this week. Spoilers for Moon Knight, Multiverse of Madness, and possibly
maybe Thor Love and Thunder.
I have spoilers actually for Thor Love and Thunder.
Uh-oh. What? Already?
Yeah,
you leaking them out already, man?
No, I'm not. I just
you're the leaker?
I talked to Chris.
That's why you're wearing that Team Rocket shirt, because you're leaking them.
Yeah.
You the guy didn't notice? Huh?
It's true.
You the guy didn't notice?
It's true. It's me this whole time. I'm leaking it all.
He's just stealing at people's Pokemon. That's all he's doing.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
He could be.
I do steal Pokemon. But anyways, we are gonna start off with our first segment. We didn't really talk about which one we want to do first, so I'm gonna just throw us into it. White Knight.
Oh.
White Knight.
Yeah, White Knight. There's a guy running around in a cape and white clothing lately. His name's Mark, or Steven, or that's actually it, because we have some comments from the showrunners saying that Jake would actually be wearing black. They confirmed it too.
Oh, the black suit?
If they were going to show him, he was going to wear the black suit.
Not Shadow Knight, just the other one, right?
It's still Moon Knight, but it's like he just has a black costume. Yeah. Good call. Good clarification. Yeah, because it's not a different character. It's just Moon Knight in some of the versions on the comics wears like a black and white sort of variation of his costume. It's still sort of pretty much the same, but they had concept art even drawn for it, and I think part of the reason why they didn't show any of those fight scenes with Jake at any point is because they want to save that if there's a season 2 or for some other reveal, just to show off that cool suit, because I personally wanted it really bad. I'm super excited to see that.
Well, that depends. Will there be a season 2? That's a big question.
That is a good question. What do you guys think?
They haven't. So I think there will be a season 2. There was an article that came out a while ago. I guess a couple days ago, really, a while ago, but like saying like no news on season 2, but of course there's no news on season 2. Oscar Isaac is a busy man.
Yep.
Like
100%. Yeah.
Unless you get in and say, hey, let's make this contract for season 2 right now. Yeah. Like there's going to be no news on season 2. Like
yeah. And you'd think with like a property like Marvel and how big they are and how successful they've been, you'd think, oh, we should probably sign ahead because this will be a hit. But then again, I guess not.
I mean, it's best on the safety part. It's best thing, let's not make like 3 or 4 seasons ahead of it. Let's just make one season to see how the audience react, and if they love it, then we'll push. Then we'll have season 2 in our back end. Okay, let's push for season 2.
Yeah.
Well, they have already changed it from series finale to season finale on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, series finale.
Correct. That indicates that they're going to be doing a season 2. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. Exactly.
But like I said, like Oscar Isaac's just like super busy. Like he's got the comic book project that he's working on.
Yep.
Which I kickstarted.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then he's got a couple other projects. I know he's getting ready to, or is in the process of like doing
Dune
the
2.
solo Poe Dameron movie.
That too.
Like
they just announced the second part of Dune as well this week.
Oh yeah, Dune 2. Yeah.
So
well, he shouldn't be too much in that movie.
God, no, I'm just kidding. Spoilers for Dune now.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, he shouldn't be in that movie too much.
Okay. Does he die?
Have you not seen Dune?
No, I'm still reading the book right now.
Oh, so, well, you're literally the first third of the book is like the first movie.
Oh, okay.
So you should be getting close to the spoiler section.
Okay.
But he does not last long.
God damn it.
Well,
there's your spoiler. He's dead.
I figured that was the case. When you said it immediately, I was like, ah, man, he dies? God damn.
Well,
it kind of makes sense, though. Like, from what I know right now, I'm like, oh, that actually isn't that surprising. When you said he doesn't, even before you said he doesn't make it long, you're like, well, he shouldn't be in it much. I was like, ah, fuck, that means he dies soon.
I mean, there's a chance that there's flashback sequences and stuff.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
true. Yeah, there's always a chance.
For the most part, he shouldn't be in the movie for very long, if he's in the movie at all.
Gotcha.
Just because, he did die at the end of the first movie.
He did.
So,
shoot.
I mean, Dune's been out for long enough that, hopefully
it
wasn't too much of a spoiler for too many of you.
Yeah. That's
Great success. The movie had a good thing going.
But like, he also has to voice act for
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Into the Multiverse 2/3.
Yep.
Like all sorts of projects going on.
Busy guy. Yeah. So
the man's getting his money's worth.
Yeah. And what I kind of was saying earlier a little bit was like, I'm surprised they didn't like plan out in his contract initially like multiple seasons, or like not even multiple seasons, but like time slots that would work for him for projects down the road. Because like, it's gonna be a hit. You're gonna want to bring some of these characters back.
Do we?
Yes. It's Marvel. Come on.
Do we?
I'd have to say that it's probably the best, if not one of the best, of the Marvel shows.
I saw a meme that I'm gonna be posting on the account here soon. It's a guy walking around in super fancy clothes in like Africa, and it's Peacemaker. An IMDb score of Peacemaker, and then everybody else around him that's like in poverty is all the Marvel Disney Plus shows. I thought it was funny, but they're honestly, in my opinion, ranked the right way. It's like Loki's like in 8.2, WandaVision is an 8.0.
Peacemaker is 8.2, and then the other ones are 8s, I believe.
I think Peacemaker was 8.4. This is on the IMDb ratings. So it could be different from Rotten Tomatoes.
I've seen the actual like thing that you're referring to.
I thought Peacemaker was like 8.4, and then like it went down 0.2 for Loki, 0.2 for WandaVision, 0.2 for Moon Knight, and then a couple more decimals down for Falcon and Winter Soldier and What If, and they were tied at like 7.3 or something. They were ranked very low for what I thought they were actually good. I like
looks
all
like
the
you're
shows.
Right. Peacemaker is 8.4.
Okay, yeah. So like Peacemaker, they were like trying to like stir up stuff about how DC's better at TV shows, and it's like, okay, they have that one really good show versus all this. Unless you try and count the CW as good at this point.
Well, you could say that some of the seasons in the CW were good.
Yes.
Like the first few Flash seasons were really good. The first few Arrow seasons were really good.
Yeah. 1, 2, and 5 are great for Arrow. Everything else is kind of a mess, in my opinion. There's parts of like 3 and 4 I enjoy, but like I like the Malcolm Merlyn stuff, Deathstroke, and then Prometheus. Like the twist with Adrian Chase in that is fucking beautiful.
So you just like Adrian Chase twists.
I do. I just like Adrian Chase. I just like Vigilante. Sorry.
You're gonna be Adrian Chase. Like you're no longer Green Arrow. You're Vigilante gaming.
Hold on. Let me. You guys keep talking about that because I am gonna pull up something on Etsy that I found the other day.
Oh, did you find an Adrian Chase?
Dude, like it's the full
Peacemaker Vigilante costume.
Full fucking thing. Let me see.
You won't buy it right now.
No,
$990.
$990. That's for. I mean, you have to set your size.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what it would be, but like $990. It's on sale. It's usually $1,100 for the, but it's like the whole set.
Oh, you're saving like $200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the problem with that is that that's not a hard costume to make if you want to prop make.
Yeah. I mean, I want to get a 3D printer and start prop making a little bit because there's so many.
You don't need to get a 3D printer for that. Just get Warbler.
Yeah, I guess. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Warbler is way more cost effective.
Okay.
You heat it up, mold it to your size, and then you can sand it and paint it whatever color you want.
Okay.
Damn, you heard it here, folks.
And then you just have to get, like a underbody suit and maybe sew a couple different colors onto it.
Okay. That's not bad. Is it cheaper?
Warbler?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a shit ton of Warbler for fairly cheap.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't ever even thought about looking into that. That's pretty brilliant.
It's an expert coming to the clutch.
Freaking expert. This guy's a.
I mean, I'm not great at prop making, but
yeah, that's fair.
I'm sure it would be way more cost effective, and as long as you feel like you did it well, you'd be more happy with it.
Yeah.
Because it's something you built with your own hands.
Yeah, putting your own work in. Speaking of props, our first sponsor ever is just kidding. What? Actually, if it's in there right now, then that's the ad. But if you're seeing this and there's no ad, then it's just a weird pause because I haven't gotten my stuff in yet. I'm kind of upset. It hasn't really been that long. The guy that I ordered from, I ordered it only a few weeks ago, but I was like expecting it quicker because he had posted that he had like this big old lot that he was or that he had just finished, and I bought before it had sold out, so I assumed that mine would be here already, like my crescent darts and my batons, but they're not, and it's okay. So, if it's here, then it's here.
So what you're saying is write an angry letter.
I could. There's actually other props that I've ordered that are taking longer. Like, they've taken, 7 weeks, and I haven't heard an update yet. So,
I know.
It could have been way worse. It could be that bad. Versus, 2 or 3 weeks that I ordered. I ordered, right at
There's a little bit before Doctor Strange.
I mean, I ordered it.
You thought you were going to get one of your packages from him the day Doctor Strange came out.
Yeah, I thought so too. Just guessing based on 2 weeks of shipping or whatever, 5 to 14 business days sort of thing. So I ordered it.
Well, if he's not using ShipStation, then it could be a little bit harder for him.
Yeah, I don't know what he's using, but I one of them says that I'm able to leave a review, and I went, what? It's not here yet, but I ordered it.
Did it say it got delivered?
April 17th, so it's almost been a month. So for under 3 weeks right now, really.
Yeah.
But
did you get tracking?
No, he doesn't do tracking, which kind of makes me nervous. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, None of this is going to be in the podcast unless I have to cut out that whole piece. Anyways.
Well, that's up to you.
So, yeah. That's our first sponsor, or it's not. Welcome back. We're here to... So, some of the other news for Moon Knight is the showrunners have been making comments about potential cameos and tying it into the MCU more, more solidly. And there was going to be at least two sort of characters, or a character and a group of characters that showed up in this. One was at the very beginning of the show, like in episode 1. It would have happened pretty early, and the other one was supposed to happen like towards the very, very end. Now, what are those cameos? First one that was going to show up early in the season was supposed to be Echo.
Can you say that again?
It's supposed to be Echo?
Oh, one more time.
It's supposed to be... Okay, you get this. You get this shtick. She's deaf. She can't hear. And it would have been pretty interesting because the cameo at the end... So, actually, let me explain the Echo thing a little bit more. We almost didn't...
Yes, give us a lowdown.
We almost didn't get Layla. They almost made Echo Moon Knight's love interest.
Interesting.
And scrapped Layla completely, which I don't think it would have gone well. I don't think that would have worked super hot. However, she was supposed to be there throughout like the whole series, or like be making appearances or something like that, or like maybe Mark was like trying to push her away and Steven was trying to push her away the whole time through this whole series, because it's dealing with like grief and trauma and stuff like that, so he doesn't want her to see that out of him or something. And so that was going to be the progression of it, and then like she's like trying to help, and then ultimately he like accepts her help or something, and then she probably would have been there for the end cameo, which is the Eternals. And you know who else is on the Eternals? Makari, who's also deaf. Okay. So then there's them communicating.
Yeah, but there's one thing to your Eternals cameo. It was supposed to be a flashback, though. They weren't actually supposed to be there.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yep, it was a flashback. The cameo for them was them with Khonshu fighting Amit.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so that kind of leads us into our next little piece here. Is we don't really know what Khonshu and the Egyptian gods really are. They're just these beings that exist, seemingly. I don't know. I didn't read the article all the way. Obviously, you did. Did it say any? It didn't say anything though about what they are, though, right?
No.
Okay.
Not what I read, but basically, they're like Egyptian gods. They have their own thing. Everyone has their own business, all that stuff.
Yeah. So essentially, we wanted to get into like the lowdown between what's the what are the Egyptian gods, what kind of powers they have, where they came from, sort of thing, and how that relates to so these celestial eternal beings, how it relates to the Greek gods that we're about to see in Thor: Love and Thunder, how it relates to the Norse gods that we've already seen in the Thor movies, Thor being one of those. So yeah, it's not very clear. What would you guys guess? Like, where did these beings come from? The Egyptian gods. Do you think they're not? It seems pretty clear that they're not made on this planet. Would you agree?
I don't know if that's the case. I don't know why I have a doorbell. But I think the Egyptian gods were basically, manifested through worship.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. I at least I believe that the Egyptian gods would be that, like, manifestation through worship. The Greek gods are actually people.
Yep.
They were essentially the first superheroes.
Yep.
And then people started worshiping them.
Yeah. Same thing with like the Norse gods here too.
The Norse gods are actually gods, though.
Yeah, that's
true. They live on a whole nother plane of existence. I guess they're not technically gods in their plane of existence, but as far as
they live in a different dimension. Or how did they explain that? The different, like, how did Eric Selvig explain that in Thor: The Dark World? Or even like the realms. They live in different realms.
Well, all the realms are connected by Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil, yeah. You're close.
Yeah, Yggdrasil. And they are connected to the universe in itself. So there's different realms of existence inside of the one universe.
Yeah. Do you think
so? Through the use of the Bifrost, they can go from one realm to another.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what this doorbell was.
Yeah, go for it. Do you think that potentially the Greek gods are in a different realm as well, or do you think that they're
most likely
Earth-like beings?
Most likely.
Okay.
Nah, they're most likely in their own realm, because the gods, most of the gods won't waste their time hanging around Earth, like the Egyptian gods and all that stuff.
I would agree with that. What do we feel the same way maybe about the Egyptian gods, or do you? Because Dylan just said that he thinks they're probably like manifested out of worship, and that like
most likely they could be worship, because if we talk about what Egyptian people worship, they worship they worship the cats, they worship other creatures as well as their own
like
gods,
animals.
like throughout their history, their actual history and time as well.
I'm wondering if like they obviously can be imprisoned and put in place, on Earth, but they can also like choose to act and destroy and change things. It makes me wonder, and obviously here's the one big kicker for me that makes me think they're maybe from like space rather than like a different realm or something, is there's a line that Osiris says, or like his avatar says, about like to Khonshu when they're doing the trial, that he says like, we all agreed not to interfere down here. And that's the same sort of line that like the Eternals said, and like these beings that like don't exist, like Odin doesn't want Thor going out and fighting wars for the humans or whatever. So like I don't know, I would like to say that like if we had to like place where they came from, I would guess space. I don't know why, it just like the Eternals tie-in makes me think that maybe like Arishem was like, yo, you guys, can you go help my friends on Earth, and like send them there, something like that. And then they like chose like, this is a good spot to stay, or they're like refugees even, or something like that, from a world that got destroyed. Like if you think like Superman, an alien, coming to choose and interfere, they just said, nah, fuck that. In the same, because that's what the Eternals were doing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think that would be an interesting way to do it.
It's possible, but but like I said,
what would you guys say?
I mean, like I said, like the exact word he said, like he said, don't interfere. We don't interfere because we'll let the humans be themselves and whatnot.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you have more to say? Because I can go on for a little bit.
He's got some.
Go ahead.
He's got some loaded.
So I kind of like that idea. I don't think it's right though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I still feel like they were created through worship.
I could see it though.
But like maybe one of them is not created through worship, and then like through the act of like that one god that originally came down. So basically, who would it? Ra?
Yeah, Ra is the sun god.
Well, basically, like the act of like Ra being the first Egyptian god or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, if he came down and then he was like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of other gods too, like worship them, and then they like manifestate like through that.
That'd be kind of cool.
But I think it was just more like I was saying, like, they just got created through the form of worship.
Okay.
The reason why I think that is because they don't have a mortal form. They're basically spirit entities.
Yeah,
like they can affect some stuff around them, but not in a like real physical manner.
That's true.
So they kind of have like a ghost or a poltergeist like style
of existence
of existence.
So
they can make the wind blow, or they can affect the night sky like Khonshu did, but he had to use his avatar to do so. Like to do anything in the realm of man, they have to have an avatar, and that's why I think that they were done through worship.
Interesting. And like that would also like, you know, you have to have the faith of them believing in like if you look at like Harrow believing in Amit's cause, sort of thing, and like Mark believing he could help save the Travelers of the Night, sort of thing, and help stop that. Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. I'd like that.
And not to mention also, like, you know, these guys also have like their own tombs of worship, you know.
Yep, that's true. Egyptians were crazy. Do you think I don't know if they'll ever clarify this or if it matters, but like a lot of people debate in real life outside of the MCU stuff if the pyramids were built by like aliens. Do you think in the MCU the pyramids were built by these gods?
I think maybe in the MCU the pyramids were inspired by the Internals.
Oh yes, that's true, because their ship was a triangle.
Yes.
Shoot. Do you think the Eternals helped build the pyramids?
I don't think they helped build them, but they showed the way. So like Gilgamesh would have been like, hey, here's how you make these things to enshrine your dead.
Yeah.
Like, and this is how you do it.
Okay.
As far as like ancient, you know, or like ancient world culture.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff that we like when we lost the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah.
We literally lost
all of it.
All information on how to build.
Yeah.
Crazy things.
Any sort of structure. Yeah. I mean, like, people like theorize that it's, you know, aliens and stuff because of how massive these blocks of stone are that would have had to be lifted, and they were probably just using things like leverage and building things to lift them up. That like
pulleys and rollers and all sorts of.
Yeah, we lost the library, so we don't know if they knew how to do that stuff or not, and they probably just did. But yeah. I think it'd be cool to see them like talk about that a bit more, and that also like ties in the Eternals connection too, because they're in Egypt and those pyramids are built in, you know, reference to the Eternals. That's kind of cool. Did we ever decide? I know I asked William, but what do you think about the Greek gods? Do you think they're from like a different realm in the MCU, or do you think they're advanced humans? Like, what if Gilgamesh just decided to have sex with a human, and then that's the... Oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. Did I freeze?
Yep, you're frozen.
What the hell? Connection problems.
Yeah, you're like sitting there with your hands like stretched out.
Nice, that's funny. Yeah, it's just like it went to did you know characters like, and I went, what just happened to me? I got booted. That's funny. Well, let me try and reset this. Okay. My router. Yes, it's still recording. So we'll just cut and be like, okay, never mind. Technical issues.
We can keep this all in.
Yeah. Okay.
They need to know.
To know technical glitches. Technical glitch. It's just like a big old gray screen with did you know characters like at will narrow quicker search results. Alright. I gotta try and... Do I have to reset my router?
Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
You're back.
Let's go.
Ooh. The double Evan.
Right.
Well then.
There you go.
I just got DDoSed. Just kidding. I didn't get DDoSed. But we're back.
Hi, Drive.
This will happen when we talk about the gods. They know.
I was just trying to ask, do you guys happen to, if I cut out again, do you guys happen to know, or I know, just kidding. So I was asking Dylan though, if where you thought the Greek gods were from.
So in the MCU, I think they're just on another planet.
Like they're from space, or do you think they're from a different realm?
I think they're from space.
Interesting.
Space.
I mean, I think that this question will get answered in Thor: Love and Thunder, like where they're from, because, I mean, I don't know if there's gods that rule every realm. I would doubt it. And then, because there's no real god to rule like Midgard. But I mean, like, there's not. I don't know. It's tough to like.
So
place your, you know.
We will get this answer based off of like where Thor goes to meet Zeus.
Yes,
but
well, that's what we're
there's two different things. One is it could be like space, right?
Yes.
Or another could be like a kind of like a sub pocket on Earth, I guess.
Okay.
Which is Mount Olympus, of course.
Yep. Okay. What if there's like a?
I guess it, like with us finding out with Moon Knight that there is a whole bunch of different afterlives or like existences or whatever. Like
yes.
That would make sense if Mount Olympus was a thing that you can get to on Earth, but you have to find your way to do it. So kind of like Shang-Chi when he had to go through the gate to get to the.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it magic based like Kunlun or wherever?
Yeah.
I guess Kamertage even, but like.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably magic based, really.
So they're not really gods either. Well, I mean, I guess they are, but
they would be like the first, the first superheroes, I guess. Really, kind of like what I had said earlier.
Yep. True.
I kind of like that better than them being on a different plane of existence or on a different planet.
Yeah, I actually
where
really
they
like
just
that.
They have to use like some form of magic to get into Mount Olympus.
Yeah.
Or if you are going to Hades, you have to worship the Greek gods to go to
the underworld. Do you remember? Did you ever watch the Percy Jackson films?
Mm-hmm.
They like used the Empire State Building as the entrance to Olympus because they like were like, yeah, we moved from Greece, like we were tired of that, so we came here. And so they
Hyperion like, Press is an offshoot of Disney.
Yeah.
So if I remember correctly, I may not be right, but I believe it is.
I'm not entirely sure either.
We shall wait and see. See where they're gonna take us.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea though. That it's like
it wouldn't be a bad idea. But I think I'm gonna be on the opposite on this one.
Where are you going?
It might be like a different realm or space or whatever.
Yeah. I think it could go either way, and I wish they gave us an answer to the Egyptian gods because it like makes it more open ended. I mean, I guess I don't because we're having this conversation. It's fun to chat about, but like, if they had answered it, then it maybe gives us a better answer for what to expect from where the gods are and like what they actually are being wise. So
Hyperion Press is not Disney.
Oh.
But Disney has something very similar to it.
Oh, okay.
Which is Hyperion Books.
Oh.
So
they just rebranded. Just kidding. I don't think so.
They probably did.
I'm trying to think what else. Let's just go on to our next segment. Honestly, let's go into Thor Loves Thunder. Wow, it's a love story. Just kidding, it's not a love story, but it might be.
It could be a love story.
Here's the biggest question
with lots of murder
I've seen on Twitter: is
what did you see?
Is Thor gonna kiss Thor?
No.
Come on. You don't think
I
they
think
will?
So.
No.
You don't think
no,
they
I think
kiss?
He will.
No.
I think they got to kiss, right?
No.
He's like, no.
Well, maybe Thor doesn't kiss Thor, but Thor does kiss Jane.
Oh. Well, okay, that's the other thing I want to talk about. Is Jane going to reveal her identity? We talked about this on the last time that we talked about Thor Love and Thunder. Is like part of that whole run is Odin's son in the comics doesn't know that the new Thor is Jane. he's not clued into it. She never tells him. So I'm curious to know, to know what you guys think. Do you think we get that reveal and that he's like, "Oh, Jane, this is you," and then they kiss? Or sorry, I'm gonna stop bringing that up.
I mean, listen, you're obsessed with kisses that's starting to annoy you right now.
It's been over a year and a half.
Do you want to have like another kissing session with the Loki thing again? Yes. Is that what you fucking want? You sick fuck?
Actually, I do want to see them destroy the universe because they. Just kidding.
You know what? I kind of wish you did something with dox him right now. Dox him right now.
Don't dox me, please. Stop.
Nah. We won't see him. We won't see them. Make love to each other precisely. But we'll probably get like an identity reveal on her, most likely. I think this is your own fault.
Bro, you set this up. Why would you say it that way?
You're the one that's obsessed with them kissing. Exactly.
It's just a bit. Oh God.
Thor on Thor, not violence.
Thor on
Thor sex.
Exactly. Thor on Thor OnlyFans coming at you.
Oh jeez. But anyways, the whole point of this conversation is there's new images that show them like standing side by side, smiling together. It's not really clear when that is in the film. I would guess towards the end, like after they've finished defeating the villain of the film, Gore, or I don't know when it is, or it could be earlier, it could be later, but it's like in the middle of like a field, which is why it could be earlier. Like I think the first time he sees her is that like battle scene when he like looks over and he's like, what? Unless she did like something like super dope like right before that to take out a bunch of people and he's just like shocked, like holy shit, that's fucking dope. But it's probably that's the first time he sees her. And then this like picture from the film, I would pull it up right now if I could, but the picture is like a still of them like standing like side by side and like smiling, looking as if like they just won something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if they just won, it would be them defeating Gore, right?
I would assume,
most likely. I would think so.
It looks almost like it's like could be back at New Asgard though. So that's why I'm like, okay, they probably don't meet at New Asgard if that's the scene where he bumps into her the first time is like this battle. So I would assume also I don't know where that battle is, but
I'm guessing the battle is at New Asgard.
Really? Because
like it would need to be on Earth for Lady Thor to be there.
Yes.
Maybe.
And I'm guessing that Gore goes to Earth to kill Thor, thinking Thor will be there, ends up attacking King Valkyrie. And the mighty Thor shows up to defend it. Then there's like a big fight with King Valkyrie and mighty Thor and all sorts of.
What if like sorry, I just want to. What if the storyline like plays out like Jane goes to visit at the same time Thor goes to visit back at New Asgard, and Thor and the Ravagers and Korg have all been like going out to like chase after Gore or whatever, and they are unsuccessful. We watch them kill Zeus, we watch them destroy other places, and they like come back to like get the help of Valkyrie or something, and Jane's there like with cancer just as Jane. Thor meets her, and then the battle scene starts happening there, and she like it's like there's like a memorial set up for where Mjolnir got broken and destroyed, and she like is getting chased down by something or whatever and gets to that like sort of shrine and is like freaking out and like on the verge of death, like getting attacked, and then like the hammer like just like rebuilds itself and then shoots out into her hand. and then she flies into battle.
Has to kind of rebuild itself, but I think I saw like a like a set photo of her like messing with some of the stones from the hammer. So I'm guessing that her touching part of the hammer
is what makes it,
is what reforms it.
Yeah, maybe she just even runs there out of desperation to like defend herself or something. I don't know. I guess it probably would be. I'm just like trying to build like this like big old like climactic scene in my head where I'm like, oh, she's like getting chased down by some, you know, alien that Gore brought with him, and you know, there's all this destruction and rampage, and she goes, oh, what am I gonna do? And she thinks about the hammer, and she goes, and I don't know.
Maybe
if there's like a set photo of her like holding it though, like I don't think that like there's a situation where that's chaos is going on and she has the time to just casually go and, oh, let me just go play with the hammer pieces. You know what I mean?
Well, I've only seen her kneeling down in front of like a well.
Okay.
And the well is what has the pieces of Mjolnir on it.
Okay, yeah.
So like you're right in the fact that it, like, you know, there's a shrine set up, but there's also like an amphitheater behind her and like a whole bunch of other stuff in the set photos. So like that, but it might just be like how they set it up to where like they're taking the shot this way, but the amphitheater is here, so they don't have to
set piece. Yeah. They do a lot of crazy stuff in the movie biz. Yeah, I don't know.
We just got to wait. See, we need at least one more trailer.
Yeah,
one more trailer to find out. You know, to see what the goods. We have to see have at least one small glimpse of Gore.
Yeah, if they don't include Gore, I'm gonna be confused because a lot of people are now saying that Gore and Christian Bale. I mean, Taika Waititi said it even that Gore is like the best Marvel villain there's ever been. Like that, Christian Bale just did exceptional. So like they have to like. I mean, they don't have to like prove that right, but they need to show him off and like scare the crap out of people. Well, it's funny because
I was reading reports that they almost even like with the way that the movie is laid out, they almost cut Gore from the movie entirely.
What?
Yeah.
No way. Who's saying this?
It was an article that I read. God. I can't remember. It was probably like 2 months ago.
Is it like how? I'm kind of confused how that would have worked. Because I mean, we know. We talked about this last time. They were doing reshoots like super late, and like we were at the like 90 something day mark, and they still hadn't dropped the trailer. It was the least amount of time in between a trailer and a movie that we've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then we were like, they were still doing reshoots and trying to figure things out, and they were gonna cut him.
Yeah, I think it was like a comic book rant article saying that they had sources saying that they were potentially going to cut the Gore stuff.
That's crazy to me.
It seems crazy to me too, but like especially like, since like it's supposed to be like the like storyline.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's like he's chasing down. I mean, I guess they could make a movie that's like a romantic comedy between both of the Thors, but like...
Well, they could also, like, with, like, all of the Guardian stuff. I'm sure there's so much stuff that got filmed that's not going to make it.
Yeah. I mean, you have to think, like, they just cut down the Doctor Strange time by 40 minutes.
I bet this has, like, 2 hours worth of film that is not going to make it in.
Gosh, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate because people would go and watch it. I know that people would go watch it if it was longer. They wouldn't mind, you know?
No, I mean, it's been proven that people will sit through a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, we just had Endgame. And I mean, if you make it a big old, like, oh, it's one of the you have to see sort of things, then, and you do that for every single movie, it gets a bit, you know, ridiculous and repetitive. But if you make a longer movie just because you know you think it should be longer, that's okay. I don't see why, you know, you need to cut 40 minutes of footage unless it's unnecessary stuff. So, which I don't think anything that they do, you know, has been unnecessary. Really, I don't have many criticisms for Marvel stuff. there's nothing that I've watched and went, why did you include that? You could have just cut that whole section. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're pretty clever about what they include and how they build their universe. So I don't know.
We'll just gotta have to wait and see, guys. You know?
What is it?
We'll just wait and see.
Mid-June is what or is it July?
July 8th.
Oh, July 8th. I thought it was late.
Yep,
June.
we're about
Early
July. 2 months. About 2 months away.
July 8th. Oh boy. Tickets drop probably a month before, so you can expect to get those on June 8th or around that week. Yeah. It's usually like a month before is when they'll drop it, so Wednesday, June 8th is when you can expect tickets, if maybe not a little bit later. So then
we'll probably get one of our last trailers on the week of the 19th through 25th.
Yeah.
And then we'll get the last, trailer the week of, which is July 3rd.
Yep. Maybe 4th of July.
Yeah, we'll probably get that July 4th or 5th, if I had to guess, honestly. They do a lot of stuff on Monday, Tuesdays. So that last trailer would be July 4th or 5th. They did the same thing for Multiverse of Madness, where they dropped the 3rd trailer like a few days before the release, just to kind of throw one last thing out there to remind people, hey, this is coming out. And then, yeah, that 2nd trailer's got to be, I mean, it doesn't have to be good. The first one was great. The 2nd one has to show gore, though, I think. You gotta show it.
I don't know if they show gore until the final trailer.
Really?
Because they didn't really show any, in No Way Home. They only showed Alfred Molina.
Yeah. They showed Electro.
They showed Green Goblin's bomb.
The pumpkin bomb, but they didn't show they didn't show the Green Goblin. They didn't
Correct.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think they showed. I guess they showed a little bit of the Sandman and Lizard and Dylan.
Electro.
Yeah.
Their big thing that they wanted to hide was
Peter,
Toby, and Andrew.
2 and Peter 3.
Yeah.
Gosh, we're spoiling everything today. Just kidding.
They wanted to hide the 2 Peters.
Yeah.
But they also wanted to hide what the Green Goblin was going to look like.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
oh, man, it's just I don't know. I guess maybe I just get tired of them trying to hide everything like it's a huge reveal. I know he's gonna look cool and dope. If you've seen the Marvel Legends toys of what he's gonna look like, it's pretty intimidating and scary. But
I think more of it has to do with the fact that he's pretty I'm assuming he's pretty CGI heavy.
Okay, yeah, so they're still working through some of that, especially the first trailer date came so late that they're probably still. I guess I could see that.
I'm sure he's got some of the standard prosthetic stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
But they want to CGI to make it look better.
Oh yeah.
So I'm assuming 100%. That he's going to be fairly CGI heavy just based off of what gore traditionally looks like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I'm guessing that they want to make sure that the CGI looks really good for him.
Oh yeah.
Especially since one of the issues that I had with Doctor Strange was
CGI.
The first CGI was kind of bad, and then it got better throughout the movie.
Yeah, that was pretty strange. Pretty strange, to say the least.
Right.
Get it, Doctor?
I think part of it is that Raimi really likes to do practical effects.
Yeah, that's true. He does.
So, the more practical effects that he could get away with means
he
that
was gonna do them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that brings us perfectly into our final segment. The Multiverse of Midness. Which, I enjoyed the film. I'm pretty sure you guys enjoyed the film.
I really liked it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. However, a lot of wackos online are calling this film actually the multiverse of Midness, and they are not very happy with some of the pieces or multiple pieces, and so we're going to talk about some of those criticisms and discuss them and why we think, basically why they're not good, reasons to dislike the movie. So the biggest one clearly is that, we didn't have all the cameos that people were promising. Do we want to talk about that one?
All the cameos that we were promised was we made them up. We made them up.
Yeah, exactly.
What cameos were promised?
None.
None.
Exactly.
That's the thing. But they got themselves super hyped up, and people just fell victim to thinking that, we're gonna see Deadpool. We're gonna see the X-Men and all of them. We're gonna see, Michael Fassbender.
I mean, technically, we did see the X-Men.
Yes, we did see one of them.
X-Men.
Yes, but
kind of two, really. If you count the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, technically, yes.
Yeah.
But she's usually more of Brotherhood of Mutants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, people came in expecting to see all the X-Men, Hugh Jackman, the entire Fantastic Four, a bunch of Inhumans, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I could go on and on. We talked about this in an episode way back. We did a character clash segment where we talked about all the potential characters that people were theorizing. People thought we were going to see Mysterio, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. Literally.
I remember saying, maybe not exactly, but cue your expectations because they can't put that many characters into a movie.
Yes, exactly.
Correct.
I mean, we went through.
And I was the one for it. And I was the one that said, no, we cannot have too many cameos. It's gonna distract the film. Yeah. I said that. I said it. I asked for it.
You did say that. No, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we went through at least 50 or 60 characters that could possibly have made it, and there were some that made it actually that I mean, you guys shut down, and we weren't even. I mean, none of us were sure. None of us could have known, but there were some that we definitely weren't expecting. I think we weren't pretty certain on a Black Bolt showing up as one of the members of the Illuminati. I think we were all geared towards Tom Cruise, Superior Iron Man, showing up instead of him, and we we didn't expect necessarily Reed Richards to show up because they're still working on a Fantastic Four movie, but now we have John Watts leaving. There's rumors that John Krasinski's going to take over that directing role and star in it.
He could direct. Yeah, he could. He has the power. He definitely could do it.
He's definitely done it before with the Quiet Place too.
Yeah, I mean, he's done great with those, and more specifically, the writer of Fantastic Four. So obviously, John Watts, the director, stepped away this week, but the writer, I forget his name, came out with a statement over the last few days, specifically speaking about how he helped get John in the Multiverse of Madness actually as that role. So he pushed for it. He went out of his way to get Kevin to get him in that room. So I think there's a pretty good chance that he's on board with that project by now. And they're not going to announce it quite yet, but he's probably signed some sort of contract to get him in that movie, I would guess. If I had to guess. I don't know. So that one's one we didn't expect, really. The Anson Mount returning as Black Bolt. I think none of us... I didn't even expect that one, because the Inhuman show was so bad. It was not good. So, they just... Yeah. So I don't think any of us expected Black Bolt. I think we were leaning towards Superior Iron Man being on it. We having Strange and Mordo potentially being on it, I think is what we were leaning towards. Obviously, Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel we kind of knew. Or I guess not Monica. What's her
her mom.
Name? Maria?
Her mom.
Is it Maria?
Maria, yeah.
Yeah, Maria.
Yeah.
So, we were leaning towards that. We pretty much knew Professor X was going to be there after that first trailer and his voice. Yeah, so that's what we were, leaning towards. we didn't even get some of the ones that were in there correct. But I mean, it's a pretty great film. We actually we're gonna do a whole other episode at some point to review and break down and talk about what we liked and didn't like at some point. So we're not gonna get into all that here. Let's talk about some of the other things that people are upset about in this movie, though. One of the biggest issues that I've seen people have online is that they don't like how Scarlet Witch regressed from her progression through WandaVision, and like maybe her accepting, oh yes, I did this thing and it was wrong, let me move forward and try and do better. And they're upset because they think she should have like learned her lesson, I guess. What do you guys think about that?
Did they not pay attention to the movie at all?
No, I guess not. I mean, they made it pretty clear that she hadn't, made those, jumps to like learn from her lesson, and she was reading the Darkhold out the gate. If you, there was like that post-credit scene of WandaVision where she's reading the Darkhold and she hears her kids as she's dreamwalking, sort of thing, and like that's like the surefire sign that she's not over what happened there. And I don't think people catch that. They think that like, oh, she moved on, she learned her lesson, and she didn't. Right? Like,
the moment she started reading the books, that's how she got corrupted already.
That too as well, because like her fingers were turning black. That's one of the details I really, really liked, is how it physically could corrupt you as well, because it happened to the Strange Supreme as well. So
but I think at the end of WandaVision she was taking the steps to acceptance.
Yeah.
But as soon as she got the Darkhold from Agatha, and she heard her kids' voices, any progression that she had was thrown out the window.
Yeah.
Because then she like single-mindedly, how do I get my kids back? I can get my kids back. Like, let's do that. And she didn't even like think about like the ramifications of stealing a different Wanda's kids.
Yeah, no.
Because it's her kids.
That's how she thinks of it, at least.
So
I actually have something to say.
I just don't understand how people can't like pay attention to a movie and then get upset over something.
Well, it's because they're the casual fans, they're the casual people that just go in and watch Marvel, saying, "Oh, it's Marvel, let's go watch it. Superhero time."
I get it, but it's like,
I think
you can't enjoy the movie to the fullest if you're not actually paying attention to the movie.
Yeah,
that's people don't have time for that. They don't want to. They just want to be like, okay, let's watch the movie. See if we don't, then oh well.
Yeah, I think that people are also kind of slightly upset about it because they didn't want to see her be the villain. You know what I mean? They like inherently wanted to see her redeem herself, and then she didn't get the chance. She didn't do it. You know what I mean?
At the end.
Sorta. But like, it's not a fulfilling redemption. You know what I mean? It's not fulfilling. You're like, fuck, man, she's gone. That's at least how they're seeing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but they still got what they wanted at the end of the movie.
Yeah, her redemption is destroying the Darkhold so that no one else can ever, be
use it
horrible.
Again.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe it's like the WandaVision stands that are like, man, I just wanted to see her have her family back. That too.
Yeah, I think it's the Elizabeth Olsen stance is what it really is, not the WandaVision stand.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
I actually heard you say it, and I've been hiding. I haven't been hiding this. We've never actually hit this. We have a secret segment today, and this is the first time we've hit it since we started the new format. You said like the keyword, and it took, because it's the first time that it's happened. I have it like in my mind every week. You said you brought up Agatha Harkness, and that's our secret segment, is House of Harkness.
Ooh.
So yes, our secret segment is Elizabeth made some actual comments this week specifically about that series that they're gonna make for her, and that she's not sure, but she knows that right now she's not part of that show. So that's all she can say right now. She's also made a comment about how she's what she wants to be in next, and she wants that to kind of be up to the fans to like voice their opinions where they think they should see her next and in what way, shape, or form, sort of thing. That could even be in this series they're making for Catherine Hahn. So they greenlit a series as soon as, you know, her song charted the tops of the Billboard 100 or whatever. They're like, all right, yep, she gets a series, and she did a great job. She deserved it.
Oh yeah, she did fantastic.
But I specifically wanted to bring this up because it's kind of like open-ended what's going. I mean, she could be doing anything at this point now because of Wanda's demise. Because that hex, if we assume Wanda's gone and dead,
it's all quotation.
Yeah, this is all in a. If this is the case, Agatha Harkness is now free to go. She's not locked in that city anymore, and she can do whatever she wants. Who knows what the series is even going to be about? I guess I wanted to ask you guys with this segment is, what do you expect from that series? Do you think it's just a musical, or like? Hey, it's a valid question. Yeah. It's a valid question.
Yeah, it's gonna be a musical. It's gonna have everyone dancing again.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, why not? You know, play the song and then boom, she comes in as like her, with her sands on the side saying, you know, it was me all along.
Okay, all right.
But on a serious note, I don't think she's free yet. At least what I think. You know?
Okay. So you think?
I don't think she's gonna be.
The witch is still alive.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't think she's, because, like I said, like, you know, there's the old trick. If we don't see a body, then they're not dead.
That's true. We don't. Yeah, we don't know for sure. I personally think that like little energy blast we saw after she crushed herself was actually like a guy we all know and love, Mephisto, popping in and taking possession of her body. Like she was kind of at the point where she's like, all right, I can't do this anymore, I'm giving up, sort of thing. Like she like destroyed the Darkhold and the, you know, fortress that like held its secrets so that no one could ever use it. But like, who do you think really made that? Who made that, you know, sanctum in the first place? Who made the Darkhold? But
the guy that made the book.
Yeah, exactly. And who made the book? Yeah. Who made the book, William?
Some guy named Mephisto.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. See? You were right all along. You've known it. You've said it every week. And you just knew.
I said it from the beginning of this YouTube channel a year ago. Well, a couple years.
Yeah. I just think like, it makes the most sense he made it. And it makes the most sense that like as she destroys the temple, because of like the prophecy around the Scarlet Witch being able to destroy or save the world, sort of thing, she chose to like, you know, destroy the Darkhold, not necessarily the universe, but like her body is full of like this immense power and chaos magic. Realistically, he could have like not created her, but put all these circumstances, you know, he probably has some way to manipulate things in the world. He's a powerful being, right? So he probably set up things so that they played out sort of the way that they did, and he only expected her to, you know, steal this power and then leave this universe vulnerable or something like that. Because this is like, now that we know it's the 616, it's the main timeline, the main universe, everything sort of runs through here officially this time. And so part of me thinks that like she's like part of the last line of defense that needs to be there to stop him, and that her redemption arc isn't over because she's gonna be needed to like fend him off, because like she's the one thing that can stop him, that can make or, you know, save or destroy the universe. And that like her downfall and her ultimate like acceptance here in destroying the one chance to be with her kids is like the step that she needed to take to get closer to being the hero again. I don't know how you guys feel about that. That's just how it processed in my brain.
Maybe.
Dylan, you were looking something up. What'd you find?
Yeah, I'm just trying to do some quick research on Agatha. So,
yeah, go for it.
Here's kind of what I'm seeing that the series could turn towards.
Okay.
So, if we keep it in the same general, like, 6-episode, like, thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most likely.
Oh, by the way, the writers from WandaVision or at least 3 of the writers from WandaVision are working on this show.
Nice, cool.
Perfect.
Good stuff.
It won't start production until October.
Okay.
It's going to be in Atlanta.
Nice.
Where, whatever reason, everybody always does stuff in Atlanta.
There's probably just a lot of space.
They have good areas to film, that's why.
Yeah.
And it always stays pretty mild temperatures for the most part.
And it's also the famous Georgia Studios where they do a lot of good stuff over there.
Georgia Studios is great.
But I feel like the first episode that we get is going to be Agatha trying to figure out a way to get out of the jail that Wanda has put her in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at the end of the first episode, it will line up perfectly with Wanda / Scarlet Witch
perishing.
Yeah. And Agatha will have gotten out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
After that, there's a couple different things that it could go, but I'm thinking we might end up getting a magic school type situation.
Interesting.
Where she's going to try to end up doing better because she ended up learning her lesson from.
Interesting. Like a witchcraft school that she starts up?
Yes.
That'd be kind of dope. I like that idea. Her like redeeming herself and being like, oh yeah, I should stop chasing after power I don't love. And she like learns also like through Wanda's sacrifice as well. Or like that's a piece of her realization.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
But if it does go that way, it could be her setting up the new town of New Salem, which is supposed to be in Colorado.
Oh goodness.
And then she could do like the Daughters of Liberty, or like something because she's gonna be. Yeah. It's gonna end up being like females because Witch Coven.
Okay.
But it could also have tie-ins with the Fantastic Four, like because she does have things that she does with the Thing and the Human Torch, like so on and so forth.
Okay.
I think we're probably going to get some form of magic school out of her, though.
I like that.
Like she's gonna make her own community, have it be New Salem, and then make a magic community out of it. Because like one of her well-known aliases is Professor Emintris Harkness.
Okay.
Interesting. I like seeing where that would go. It has to, as long
kind of
as
like the MCU's version of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As long as there's a song that I can bop to, that's all I care about.
Now, is this where magic officially comes in?
Yes, probably.
Well, that type of magic, yes.
No,
M-A-G-I-J or G-I-K.
No. I mean that type of magic. That type of magic. Yes.
The character magic.
The character magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That seems to make sense. You always think it's gonna be like Doctor Strange's apprentice, but Doctor Strange is dipped into another realm, so the dark dimension. Yeah. So he's just chilling. I'm actually really excited. I'm really excited for that too. So.
Yeah, we won't see anything from that for probably 4 years.
A while, which sucks.
Probably 2026.
It is what it is. When you got these big names, especially when they're building them, this resume, they're just building the resume to get them more jobs. But I'm waiting. I'm cool. I'm chilling. I'm waiting.
Oh, you're not. You're not waiting. You're just you're outside right now at Marvel Studios saying, "I want more. Give us more movies."
Yeah, I'm just a
hologram.
Astral projection.
they said they're trying to do 3 to 4 a year, right?
Yes.
4 a year,
yeah,
generally.
Four, like one each quarter.
And then like 2 shows a year, if not 3.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's a lot of stuff, but
they're definitely ramping up the game.
Yeah, especially after a year off, pretty much with the disease, that COVID shit.
Yeah,
never heard of it.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's pretty much all we got. We'll have our full breakdown for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness out soon. I'm still covering Young Justice. We've got, I think, 5 or 6 more episodes left in the series, and then we'll have some more stuff after that, I'm sure. Obi-Wan comes out.
Coming soon. We'll
have some episodes for that here soon. I don't know what else is out. There's some good movies.
I got
stuff. Miss Marvel's coming out next month as well. Don't forget.
Oh shoot! What day is that? I haven't written it down
June 3rd, I think. June 3rd.
June 3rd.
I think. Hold on.
Quadruple check it.
Hold on, goddammit.
Looks like the first is the Wednesday, unless they're doing them on Friday.
Usually Wednesdays.
June 8th.
June 8th. Okay, gotcha. The week after that. Dope. I'll write that down. I'm probably gonna watch it. I don't know if it'll be a great series though. I mean, I don't have super high hopes for it, I guess. It's just not my it's not made for me. So I mean, it still could be a pretty fun show though, regardless. It's just like a high school sort of.
I think it's going to end up being similar to the what's it called? Hawkeye.
Oh, I thought you were going to say...
Nah, I think it might be a little bit better than Hawkeye.
I thought you were going to say Before the Bell.
Nah.
Before the Bell.
Just kidding.
Before the Bell.
It ended up being similar to Hawkeye as far as like how good it is.
Yeah,
it might be better than Hawkeye.
But like Hawkeye had a lot of like kind of like corniness to it, and I think that's probably what we're gonna get from this.
Maybe, we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, it's our job to cover it, so
Yeah, it is our job. Somebody will be covering it. I don't know exactly.
Yep.
I think that same week is the last week of Young Justice, so maybe I'll take it on. We'll see.
All right.
Who knows? Oh yeah, we'll have somebody covering it. But that's what we got in the pipeline. There's a bunch of cool movies and stuff coming out here soon that we'll probably be reviewing solo as well. But yeah, that's all we got for now. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, subscribe. Those are all very helpful things for us. We said it already, but
yeah, we're telling you to do it again.
We're begging you this time.
Yeah, we're on our knees, literally. I'm on my knees right now. I'm just really tall from my knees up. So
yeah.
But thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week. Till then.
Yep.
Peace.
Adios.
Bye.